Bonsoir! This is part 2 of my studio makeover. So we are still hanging panels, still making panels, our doors installed, and I've decided that I want a wraparound bookshelf to go above the door frames. And I don't know if you know this, but books have slight sound absorbing qualities to them, so I think it's the perfect thing to add to the studio space to kind of break up the monotony of so many panels.
Yeah, just pretend like you hold it with 2 hands.
So my husband came to the rescue, helped me out with the sanding, and we also went to Home Depot and got a router, which I've been wanting forever, and it just helps finish projects really nicely. So we're going to use the router to create a track towards the edge of the wood, which we're going to put a rope light so we can cast light up on the books. Here he is, so handsome, using the router like a pro. Next up is to seal it and then install it.
I just want to say, check out this cool shelf I'm putting.
Yay! Acoustics sent me my panels! These are the Alpha Series panels from Acoustics, and this is a scatter plate. The configuration of these cutouts are very specific, and it disperses the sound in a very specific way. So now I have 5 of them in my room, which is really exciting, and I think they're beautiful. And they're easy to hang with these picture frame hangers. I don't know what you call them, but it was easy to just plop up on the wall. Make sure you find a stud. All right, so I just hung this curtain, and I was thinking about hanging it in front of this door as well, but it actually sounds pretty nice in here, and I think I would prefer not to have another curtain over there if I can avoid it. I'll just put more sound panels whenever I'm done with my current studio and moving everything out, but I guess I should show you what I used since you're not going to see me do it on that one, and I forgot to record for this one. So these are the curtain tracks. I got ceiling tracks. This is flexible. And I'll show you what it looks like all wound up because I'm going to use this for another project. It looks like this. I'll leave a link to this in my storefront, and it comes with all of these. Look how many there are. It comes with a bunch of these tracks. I had some from when I previously did this in the trailer, but that's really it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So I used to walk in here and kind of let my eyes settle to see what I wanted to change, and I didn't like how much black was in the center of the room. A lot of people who do desk setups that are really cool are able to push their desk up against a wall or a window. Me being in the center of the room, I don't really have anywhere to hide in terms of hide things aesthetically. So I decided that it would probably be a good idea to allow the machinery to blend a little bit more and to enhance the color palette that I'm going for. I didn't watch any kind of tutorial video. I just figured I'm going to place the tape where I don't want paint and take my time doing it, and that should be good enough. I guess you would call this color seafoam green. The color of the desk mat right there, that's one of the colors that I chose for this room. And luckily, I'm able to find that color just about everywhere. It must be a popular color right now. But I was able to find it in spray paint, and I was also able to find it in vinyl wrap. So what I'm doing is I'm going to paint both monitors, and then I'm going to paint the arms a slightly different color just to break up the color palette a little bit. I think I did 2 full coats. I started to run out of paint at some point, but I used up the whole can, and I did 2.5 coats really. The 3rd coat was just touching up any areas that didn't look like the solid color that I was going for. I have been binge watching cozy desk setups on TikTok and I just love it. And I love that cozy feeling. And I feel like I found part of my community there. So I am on a little froggy kick right now. My wallpaper on my phone is a cute little frog. And then I decided I want a bunch of things to feel like little frogs around me. So that inspired some of my color palette, this very light, soft seafoam green. And then some of the darker green, like you'll see in a second, that I'm going to paint the arms. And when I was brainstorming what to do about my cord situation, there are tons of situations or there are tons of solutions that you can find online to control your cords. But when you have a professional recording studio, you have an obscene amount of cords, which I'm sure you have figured out. There's 2 cords coming from each speaker. Then the microphone cord is so long, and just cords everywhere. I'm taking up every USB port on my computer. So I was trying to brainstorm a creative way to handle my cord situation, and I saw these cute crocheted cords on Etsy and decided to do that. So it looks like I have vines coming out of different areas of my desk, and it's just much prettier that way. So that's some of the decisions I made. And then my mom was incredible, and she made me this little strawberry basket to hold any excess cordage that I have, and I just love it. Next up was to wrap my speakers and my PC. Like I said, I was able to find the exact color I was looking for on Amazon, and I've never wrapped anything before, but it was relatively easy. I just used a credit card to smooth it out. I've seen people when they're wrapping cars use like a hot heat gun, but I didn't think I needed it. You know, I wasn't going to be super picky with myself, and it was sticking just fine. So that's what I did. So I wrapped it. It took me a minute to realize that there is this gridded pattern on the back that makes it easy for cutting. So if you guys ever do that, just look at the back so then you're not cutting crooked. But I think it looks really cool, and it was so much fun to wrap. All right, and now you see the monitor arms now mounted to the desk again. And don't they look so cute? They're like these little froggy arms to hold the monitors. And it's just so much softer on the eyes. So when you walk in and you immediately see the back of the desk area, your eye isn't drawn to all the black colors of the equipment. Everything blends much nicer into the rest of the room. Well, I guess that's it for this video. See you guys next time.